Set pieces have been around since the game of football was invented. They gradually became more and more important, with teams like Italy, England or Brazil incorporating them in their playing style, not only for the national teams, but throughout their football pyramid. From individual to collective, the set pieces grant an advantage when the teams go head-to-head. Naturally, a high degree of importance is given to both the defensive and the attacking sides. The set piece taker itself might represent 50% of the game moment. The same as in football, the set pieces evolved alongside the game of Football Manager. Even if at the start they looked rather rudimentary, with time they grew in complexity and creativity. Being able to move the players around and tell them what you wanted them to do was exciting. However, that excitement quickly died down as this part of the game required quite an extensive work. Especially if changes were done to the first team, they directly affected the set piece routines. Creators like Zealand have requested such a change for years. The community was ecstatic with the new update. Football Manager 2024 brought with it the introduction of the set piece coach, which is added as a separate role within the coaching staff. Moreover, the training sessions can now accommodate a match focus session, which trains the progression of the ball part of the game and the set piece focus for the next match. Routines were also introduced in the training sessions instead of the old set piece feature. In the Tactics tab, a separate tab called Set Pieces was created, and it now leads to the Holy Grail, to the creation of the set piece plan. Whenever you start a new save and go to the tab in the Tactics section, you are presented with a questionnaire. This questionnaire is meant to establish your set piece preferences moving forward. Of course, they can be changed in the future. In case you need more details about each option, they are given below in each options box. If you hover over each option box, more details containing pros and cons for the respective choice will appear. For the time being, I'll just go with my usual setup. Now of course, before you do all this, it is advisable to set your staff responsibility and if needed, hire a set piece coach. To set the staff responsibilities for this section, go to Staff, Responsibilities, Set Pieces and in the first section add yourself or delegate accordingly. Back in the Set Piece tab, now we are faced with a lot of options. And I do mean a lot. As the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for, I guess. We start with the corners and we work our way across to the scenario, routine and then down to selecting the players for each category. As with everything in Football Manager, there is an information box next to each option to help you with more details. If you wish to see which players are going to perform which role, just press on the arrows next to each category and then you can go through all of them. The game already pre-selects and prioritizes the player roles according to the needed attributes for each position. But you can go wild and create your own selections. Next to each routine, you will see a circle which gradually turns green as your team gets more familiar with the respective tactical plan. You can create up to 3 routines for the attacking part of the corners, and you can control the frequency by which they are used during the match. Now, since I don't want to go through this creation every time I change teams, I have saved my routines. Of course, these routines will be available for download as well. I know at least one person will be happy about this. Now, from the moment I saw how the set pieces were revamped in Football Manager 2024, there was one thing I wanted to try, the outside of the box shot attacking corner routine. And I wanted to see goals like this one since Football Manager 2006. With the routines created and the player role selected, there is one thing left to be done before moving to the next area, selecting the set piece takers. The set piece taker is as important as the routines understanding itself. So make sure that irrespective of the level you manage at, your set piece takers are the best you can possibly afford. Moving on, you can then create the free kick routines. For both the defensive and the attacking sides. The routines I have created can be found as well on the link in the description. And the last part of the set piece setup is the throw-in area, split between defensive, middle and attacking third. Of course, if you'd like to not go through all of this and delegate the task, you can do so by asking your set piece coach to take over. But wouldn't you want to be proud of creating routines that can lead to these kind of goals?